Hey guys, welcome to the War Room. I don't think I've shown any of you this room, specifically because I don't think we've ever been at war before. Unfortunately, some events at work today, based off of a suggestion from the camping photo, thank you Tori, to prank a coworker by throwing something at them, escalated to a point where we are actually DEFCON 1. Um, let me show you a simple synopsis of how this whole tragedy started. Um, I asked Tori for a prank idea. Actually, I asked everybody, but Tori came up with throw something at someone. So what I did is I'm in this cube. Let me lay out the land for you. This is my cube, Justin, Catherine, Vasily, and I feel like the weatherman. Nice. Mackenzie. Mackenzie's across the hall. Pop quiz, Catherine. All right. So what happened is I, of course, take the beach ball that I got as an intern at this company. It says Regents interns have a ball. Um, and I threw it across the top of the cubicle wall down to where this area where I feel that Vasily's head would be in the proximity of while staring into his computer screen. The first attempt was a fail, unfortunately. The throw was executed perfectly, but unfortunately Vasily was in a meeting and not in his cube, which is, if you're going to prank someone, that's usually something you should check out. But I tried it again after I ran into his cube, got it, came back to my cube before he got back from the meeting. Tried it again the second time, threw it. It bounced off of his little bookshelf up here, but at least it landed on his keyboard. I could hear that, and I pranked him. Now, boom, you're pranked. Now, Vasily threw a beach ball at me as retaliation, but he did this in a much more clever way. He enlisted the help of Matt Jones to stand at this angle point and also fire another Regents intern ball at me. So you notice I'm getting hit by two balls here. This is where the chaos started to escalate a little bit. So what I did is I enlisted the help of Dan, Michael, and Justin. And what we did is the four of us came here behind Vasily's cube and nailed him from these four vantage points. You can see very clearly we got him 4 times and he only got me 2. I'm clearly ahead at this point. Well, Vasily, not to be outdone, the guy's got spirit, I gotta give it to him, enlisted the help of Justin and Catherine to help prank me a second time. So from this vantage point I got hit with 2 beach balls here, a cow here, a mini basketball, and another beach ball from that angle. And so this is where I knew that simply enlisting people and throwing stuff at someone was passe. So we had to step it up. Okay. This is where it gets very complicated, and we actually spent the rest of the day planning this. And I executed it at 3:30, and I went home at 4 just because I got in at 8 this morning, which is kind of early for me. I usually go in at 9. So what happened is while Vasily was asking Catherine to prank me, she got really frightened that it was actually going to turn around on her. And so, as Vasily Draper and I are laughing about how funny the prank was first, and second, how funny it is that Catherine thought somehow this was going to come back at her, we thought, man, it would be really funny to get Catherine to think that she's throwing something at me, but in actuality, the 3 of us would be standing out here after telling her to throw stuff at me, and then we nail her. Well, she wasn't really involved in this war, and so after Vasily, Draper, and I planned this, Vasily left, and I kept talking with Draper, and I was like, my beef is actually with Vasily. My eye patch, sorry, it gets a little itchy. But anyways, so I talked with Draper, and we decided that instead of, while we're executing this plan, we're actually going to do a double agent thing where we attack Vasily from here. So hit him head on from us 2. Well, this is all good and all, but Draper, it was his last day today. Okay? And so he's going back to school for 3 months until he comes back and works full time. And I couldn't let him get away without one last prank. So I took it to another level. Instead of us pranking Draper, Vasily and I were in on it, and we were going to prank him. While he thinks that we're pranking Vasily, who should think that Catherine is pranking me. And Catherine would think she's pranking me. This is where things got a little hazy. So what I actually did is I went down to the UPS store, bought a box of packing peanuts, and placed it in Mackenzie's cube here. Then I talked to several people, figured out the plans, and got everybody ready with throwing items, got the box ready, and I also gave everybody pictures of pandas because of how crazy the pandemonium was going to be at this point. And so what happened is we go in, Vasily acts like he's pranking Catherine, Catherine thinks she's pranking me, Draper thinks he's pranking Vasily, actually I'm pranking Draper. Everybody throws stuff at Draper, I get him with a box of packing peanuts, and then everyone holds up the pictures of pandas because it was complete and absolute pandemonium. And that's how the pranking went down today. The mind games part was the funnest part because it was so ridiculous. See you soon.